For decades, the simmering tensions between China and Taiwan have shaped the geopolitical landscape of the Asia-Pacific region. Taiwan, with its rich history and strategic location in the South China Sea, stands as a beacon of democracy and economic power. However, China's One China policy firmly asserts that Taiwan is an inseparable part of its territory. The United States, through the Taiwan Relations Act, has committed to supporting Taiwan's defense capabilities. This includes maintaining a significant military presence in the Asia-Pacific region to deter any aggressive moves. But now, the unthinkable has happened. China has launched an initial invasion.
Our strategy is multifaceted. We begin with cyberattacks to cripple their communications and infrastructure, followed by precision missile strikes on key military targets. Amphibious landings will secure the coastline, allowing our forces to establish a strong foothold.
The People's Liberation Army, Navy and Air Force are conducting coordinated strikes, aiming to overwhelm Taiwan's defenses.
We will employ asymmetric warfare tactics, utilizing our advanced defensive missile systems and guerrilla strategies. Our calls for international support are crucial. We must evacuate civilians to minimize casualties and maintain societal stability.
The invasion has profound effects on Taiwanese society, with evacuation efforts in full swing as the nation braces for prolonged conflict.
In response to this unprovoked aggression, we are activating our regional bases in Japan, Guam, and the Philippines. The U.S. Pacific Fleet is mobilizing, and we are coordinating closely with our NATO allies.
The United States is also ramping up cyber warfare, intelligence, and reconnaissance operations to support Taiwan.
On the domestic front, we are seeing intense debates in Congress. Our administration is committed to defending freedom and democracy in the Asia-Pacific region.
The U.S. response is swift and decisive, setting the stage for a broader international effort. NATO allies, particularly the UK, France, Germany and Australia, are joining the United States in both military and diplomatic efforts.
We are deploying naval forces to the Indo-Pacific region and enhancing our cyber defense operations. Air support will also be provided to ensure the security of our allies.
Japan, South Korea and Australia are key players in this coalition, each contributing significantly to the collective defense. The conflict is escalating, with the world watching closely as these powers navigate the complexities of modern warfare and international diplomacy. Battles at sea between Chinese and United States fleets have intensified, with NATO forces joining the fray. Air skirmishes and missile engagements are becoming more frequent, raising concerns about the potential for nuclear escalation. International pressure is mounting for de-escalation, yet the impact on global trade is already palpable, especially in the semiconductor industry and supply chains. The role of international organizations like the United Nations is becoming crucial as they attempt to broker peace talks amidst the chaos. And let's not forget, cyber warfare is also playing a significant role in this conflict. Both sides are engaging in large-scale cyber attacks, targeting critical infrastructure, communications and military systems. The race for control over space-based assets, such as satellites for communication and navigation, is intensifying, adding another layer of complexity to this already volatile situation. The global economic markets are crashing, oil prices are surging, and supply chain disruptions are affecting economies worldwide. Diplomatic moves by Russia, India, and Southeast Asian countries have varied. Some are leaning towards China, while others are choosing to remain neutral. Meanwhile, a humanitarian crisis is unfolding in Taiwan, with international organizations scrambling to provide relief to those affected. As we draw to a close, we contemplate the potential endgames, a ceasefire negotiated through diplomacy, continued fighting, or even all-out war. The balance of power in the 21st century hangs in the balance, highlighting the ever-present risks of superpower conflict. For decades, the Taiwan Strait has been a flashpoint of tension between China and Taiwan. The People's Republic of China has long viewed Taiwan as a breakaway province, while Taiwan has operated as a self-governing democracy. However, in 2024, these tensions reached a breaking point. Chinese general: "We cannot allow Taiwan to declare independence. The time has come to take decisive action. Our forces are ready to initiate the invasion." On a quiet morning in April, Chinese forces began their long-anticipated invasion of Taiwan. Missile strikes, cyber-attacks and air raids crippled Taiwan's early warning systems, paving the way for China's amphibious forces to land on Taiwan's shores. Taiwanese commander: "Deploy all available forces. We cannot let them take the capital."
We stand by our commitment to defend Taiwan against any form of aggression. U.S. forces have been deployed in the Pacific, and we are working closely with our NATO allies to coordinate a response.
The United States, bound by the Taiwan Relations Act, responded swiftly, sending naval forces to support Taiwan. NATO allies, including the United Kingdom, France and Germany, joined the coalition, marking a historic deployment of NATO forces in the Indo-Pacific.
Launch all anti-ship missiles. The American carrier group is within range. Deploy countermeasures. Engage the Chinese destroyers before they close in.
In the Taiwan Strait, US and Chinese naval forces engaged in a fierce battle. Missiles were exchanged and fighter jets from both sides scrambled overhead. The battle for control of the Taiwan Strait intensified, with both sides suffering losses. Taiwan's military, though outnumbered, utilized advanced tactics and asymmetric warfare to slow the Chinese advance. Civilian volunteers joined the defense, turning cities into fortresses.
We will not let our home fall to the invaders. Taiwan will stand strong.
We must protect the global order. This conflict goes beyond Taiwan. It's about defending democracy against authoritarianism. French President: "We will send additional naval forces to the South China Sea and increase cyber defense operations."
While the US led the response, NATO allies played a critical role, providing naval support, intelligence, and air power in the Pacific theater. Cyber warfare also took center stage, with both sides engaging in a digital battle for control over communications and logistics.
The world stands on the brink of catastrophe. We urge both sides to seek a peaceful resolution before this conflict spirals out of control.
The invasion of Taiwan had far-reaching consequences. While both sides claimed victories, the cost in human lives, infrastructure, and global stability was immense. The world had come closer to a major superpower conflict than ever before.